What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How are you guys doing today? I hope you're having a beautiful day. Um, there's, excuse me, sorry. There's not a whole lot right now that I have on my brain other than just, you know, uh, the thought of addiction being a true disease. I've been, to rehab 6 times. I won't say where or anything, but I've been 6 times, each time 30 days. Um, it's been 30 days. Minus the time. Is that a person? Minus the time I was kicked out of rehab in Vegas. Um, I was going through withdrawals. I had been there, I'd only been there 3 days, and I was going through really, 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 really bad heroin withdrawals. And I live on the East Coast, and so there was a layover in Georgia from where I was coming from. So the plane flew to Georgia first, and um, then it was gonna go to not was it Tulsa or Detroit or something. It was going somewhere completely else, and then it was gonna go to uh, Vegas, and so anyway, it's late. I had done enough heroin and I had done enough speed to be okay until I got to rehab, the treatment facility. Um, so it was, I don't know, 2 a.m. My plane landed in Oklahoma or Georgia. Wherever it was, I really can't remember exactly. However, it got canceled, so I got stuck in. Georgia, because it was at the Atlanta airport. Sorry. Anyway, I got stuck there overnight, and man, I started going through heroin withdrawals. Fuck, man. And shit. So anyway, I get there. I'm going through complete heroin withdrawals already. When I get to the facility, everything that could be wrong was going wrong for me when I finally fucking got to the facility and shit. I get there. They didn't give me a sub, meaning Suboxone, until like my second day in. And when I got it, I fucking, I felt so much better. And, but I was still so dope sick, man. I just didn't want to move and get out of bed. It was only my third day being there and going through withdrawals. And then, so fucking, anyway, they come and wake me up, really, really early in the morning and kick me out. They kicked me out while I'm in Vegas. Motherfucker. And kicked me out while I was in Vegas and made me leave and yada, yada, yada. So that's the only time I never finished. Treatment. A full 30-day treatment program. And, but anyway, every time I've gone to rehab, they beat into your brain that addiction is a disease and shit like that. They were like, it's just as bad as cancer, and comparing it to cancer, comparing it to all these other diseases. And I've never believed in it. I never believed that it was a disease. I just didn't. So, but they beat it into your brain, and if you question it, then if you question that, you just get bitched at the entire time you're there. You just get in trouble. You can get kicked out actually for questioning that, or even saying that it's not a disease. You can get in a lot of trouble for just saying that they do it. The rehabs came up with that just to charge insurance companies. Like, you get in a lot of trouble from the rehab center and shit, and all the staff and everything for saying that. So you can't really go against the grain. And whatever, that's fine, right? But for me, personally, I have never been the one to believe it and to think it and blame my addiction and all the fucked up things that I did to family and all the people I love. I've never... Yeah, it's me. It was my fault. I did it. I've never been the one or kind to be like, well, you know, I had a disease. I couldn't help it. It wasn't my fault. And, dude, it was all my fucking fault. If you guys... And I'm asking because I want your guys' opinion on that. What do you think? Are you an addict? Do you have loved ones that are addicts and you're not personally one? But what are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts of them blaming their addiction and all the fucked up shit that they did on a disease? Do you really think it is a disease? And that and some other stuff that I have on my mind. Another thing that's been on my mind and bothering me lately is money. I know money is a necessary thing to obviously have in life. Now, what bothers me, I guess, about money is that it is a necessity. You do need it to fucking live a life. And it's just crazy that your entire life revolves around money. Your entire life revolves around having to make money. You make too much money, then... Meaning, like, you know, if you become a millionaire and you're doing good for yourself... I'm going to try the tech again. But if you're doing good for yourself and you got millions and millions of dollars, then you have to worry about, you know, family members, people around you. You can't hang out with normal people. You can really only be around the ones that you knew beforehand. And honestly, you might not even be able to fucking hang out with those kinds of people that you grew up with because, you know, maybe they do only want to use you for your money at that point. Women, you know, not necessarily just women do that kind of stuff. There's a lot of people that do it, that pretend to love you and pretend to care about you, just for your money. And it's so sad that if you have too much money, then that causes a different kind of depression and addiction for your own self. You know, so it's kind of sad that having too much money causes the same problems of not having enough money. And it's sad. And, you know, when you're dirt poor and you're broke and you have no money, no extra money, you don't get to enjoy things, you know, that do cost money because you're living paycheck to paycheck, you know, like I am. I can't spend money on anything extra for myself, you know, and which is fine. It's okay. It's been like that my entire life. My family never grew up with money. I've never had big amounts of money. I've never been ahead of the game, and I do try, you know. I do put money away. I do save money, and then something unfortunately comes up to where I have to spend all my money and spend everything that I worked so hard to fucking put away. And, you know, that happens. It happens almost any time to me when I have money put away. And it sucks. It fucking sucks. That's a thing. But it's okay, one day I will be, able to hopefully make enough money. Hopefully one day I will have really good fucking job that I do make good money, that will happen one day. And I used to never ever look at it that way. I used to let it stress me out not having enough money. I used to let it really, really get to me and make me depressed and just ruin everything. But, I don't anymore. I'm not saying that I don't get fucking stressed out about it. Not saying I don't get depressed anymore, and that just not worrying about it solves problems, because it doesn't. Again, it makes me, it still, it still happens to me. It still makes me depressed. Usually I get, depression from other things, that unfortunately I have to deal with in my mind, and my being bipolar and having really bad anxiety and all that. Unfortunately, that is a fucking thing that I suffer from. Now, but I'm not suicidal like I used to be. Of course I still have thoughts at times about it. But I believe everybody struggles with those thoughts. I don't believe I'm the only one. I'm not complaining about my struggles and things like that. Now, does it suck? Fuck yeah, but I'm not the only one in the world that's got those problems. And I understand that. I used to believe and think that nobody in the world had those fucking problems. I did think that for the longest time. And it's just simply not the case. So it's... But I guess what I'm trying to say is that it does get better, It's not always so bad. Life does suck at times. But, just like the low points in life, you will hit a high point eventually. If you keep trying and you're optimistic about shit, eventually you will be back on top. And eventually you will feel good. And, there's other ways other than suicide. I lost a really good friend of mine a little over a year ago now because of suicide. He killed himself on his birthday. And it was very, very hard for me to deal with. It hurt me. It still does affect me. I still think about it at times that, maybe there was something else I could have done. I blamed myself for a long, long time because of his suicide. But, and it's taken me a long time to understand that it wasn't my fault. I don't know. It still bothers me. And I'm not fully over his passing. But guys, there's help out there. There's help. You're not alone. You don't have to be alone. And I know the struggle. I know that it's hard to open up about shit, especially being a man. you feel that you're not allowed to talk about these things. And but you have to. You have to take care of yourself because you can't depend on someone else to take care of you. And it sucks. And what I mean by that is nobody else is going to fix your problems for you. You have to take it head on. You have to be the one to get help. You have to be the one to initiate it. And other people can assist you and help you and give you love. But nobody can want it and do it for you. And it's hard. And it's hard on the people around you that love and support you. You know, fuck yeah, I'm sure that they would, if they could, they'd do it for you in a heartbeat. But it's just not possible. They can't. They can't want it for you. They can't do it for you. They can't. And it's a tough thing. Just like that. I mean, how the fuck did that motherfucker kill me? Yeah, and that shit was dead on. What? Oh, come on. Fuck you. But it is a goddamn tough situation to fucking be in. Sorry guys, I had to focus for a second. But it is a very hard, tough thing to have and to deal with. But if nobody else has told you today that they love you, I hope you know that I'm sure someone out there does. And, you know, you don't have to be alone. Also, with that being said, just to change things up, not to end it on a sad note, I don't know, what was I going to say? I kind of forgot. So, what I was going to say is, you know I don't have a lot of subscribers, and I don't have a lot of people that watch me and stuff. But if other people out there are watching this, would you guys have any tips for me on videos? What I can do and do better at making them? Like any open, constructive criticism for me, I'd appreciate it a lot. And I'd appreciate it a lot. I just like talking about things that I want to talk about. I don't necessarily want to just limit myself to being a gameplay channel. I just like playing video games, and that's why I have it in the background of my videos and stuff. I just like talking, kinda, which is weird to say that. Because normally I'm a very quiet, very reserved kind of person. You know, in my everyday life and shit, I'm not a talkative guy. But yeah, I would really like if anyone had any suggestions for me. If anyone even ever finds this video, you know, just let me know. Fucking really would appreciate it, and it would mean a lot to me. I'll say it'd mean a lot if you guys, you know, just if you left a comment, you know, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you disliked the video, you know, thumbs it down. Any feedback is good feedback, in my opinion. You know, don't care about my feelings. You know, that shit isn't important. But this motherfucker and the goddamn chopper gunner, you know, fucking pissed me the fuck off here in a minute. Oh my god, fucking camper. How you gonna camp like that, you fucking pansy ass burn, bitch. Burn, baby, burn. And, so anyway, that was the last real big topic that I wanted to talk about. and everything. So I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your day, and I will talk at y'all later.